Well, hello there, guys. We're continuing our campaign here in Medieval 2. I hope you guys are ready to check it out a bit. For those of you that are watching this after the live stream, hey, great. This is one of the great things about being able to upload these after we do them. Anybody who's missed the stream can check out the Let's Play. So let's jump right in, guys. Last we left off, the amazing Hernan Cortez, I should say the brutal Hernan Cortez, was actually accepted into our, I don't want to say royal family, but the governor's family. And I think it's important to get him back out into the field as soon as possible. He's done an amazing job so far at just basically crushing the enemy here. But I really want to continue building his renown, and I think one way to do that is to get some more troops. Looks like a lot of the troops we have are in a pretty bad way, let's be honest. So let's get these native archers, but I really want to get the native warriors. That's really going to win us the battles more than the native archers. And as for Pedro here, who's supposed to be kind of our more calm down conquistador, he's also going to have a difficult job here because his task is to actually head out and find the elusive Maya tribes. So we're going to head east to find the Maya. On the way, of course, we'll probably go ahead and get some mercenaries. It looks like we've actually come across a city already. I want to go ahead and get as many native mercenaries as possible. For those of you that don't know, most of these battles during the time period that the conquistadors were, involved in, they had maybe like 300 to 400 Spanish troops and 18,000 mercenaries or 20,000 mercenaries. A dramatic majority of the troops fighting for the Spanish were actually native mercenaries during these battles. Hey, how's it going, Alex? Good to see you, bud. Okay, guys, so we're going to end the turn. I think we've done all the movements we can. And back at Havana, Cuba, we don't have anything else going on, really. So all we can do is pretty much end. I'll just take a look and make sure that our building queue is going at Havana, and it is indeed. We can probably even get some more warriors, sword and buckler men, militia. This is exactly what we need, swordsman militia specifically, because regular militia, as most of you know, is pretty useless in any Total War game. Okay, so the Tlaxcalans and the Aztecs are still going at it. I love to see that. The more they kill each other, the less we have to kill of them.
We would hope you will honor us by listening today.
So the Mayans have already approached us. I'll accept the trade rights. I'm definitely not going to accept any sort of ceasefire because we'll probably be at war with them pretty soon, but yeah, I might as well trade. Although in this campaign, the Americas campaign, it's very unlikely for you to need money. As you can see, we've got 12,000 gold, and that's after spending on every single settlement, essentially building things, maxing out the build list for the settlement, so you've got a lot of actual spendable gold in this game, which I think, should be worked on. If there was some sort of DLC to accompany this, I think it would work on that, to maybe lower the amount of money there. Okay, Gonzalo Fernandes. This guy's almost got a Portuguese name, and 22 years old, a night fighter, marks of war, a promising commander, and generally loyal. Good enough. So he's going to, of course, be spawned here in Havana, Cuba, and this is great, guys. Motherland Spain has rewarded your efforts in the New World by bestowing upon you the noble rank of Baron. So we are now a Baron.
For more gold and fresh conquests, Spain sends another expedition to the New World. Wherever the cities of gold lie, these men, God willing, will find them.
Okay, so we're getting Francisco de Montejo. I'm not sure if he becomes part of our actual force, but what we'll do in the meantime... Oh, yes, he does. Look at that, guys. We've got Francisco de Montejo here, so he can actually start attacking the Aztecs pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead, or excuse me, the Maya pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and max out his force and head towards the Mayan capital up here. I won't get out of neutrality yet, but pretty soon we're going to have to declare our intentions. For now, let's press on to this rebel city and try to take it with Pedro. Pedro's still trying to raise his loyalty rating here, or I should say his chivalry rating, and he could potentially do that in this battle by sparing anybody here. How's it going, Lion? Good to see you guys. All right, here we go. Wipe out these rebels, and of course we'll be fighting this one, guys, right on the battle map.
We shall claim victory in God's name, men! To battle! Our foes are ungodly beasts, and so we are but the swords in the hands of the hosts of heaven. We do God's glorious work, and if we fall, we do so in his cause. If we triumph, we do so because he has willed it. Now, bow your heads. Then let's to the appointed task. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest men. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters.
All right, boys. The general speech is pretty straightforward. It was probably going to keep going. Sorry about that. For anybody that likes the general speech, I actually really like it myself. So I do apologize for speeding through there. I guess we're going to go straight for these areas. Of course, we'll bring up the tower, and we've got some dismounted conquistadors in charge of this tower. So if we can get this where we want it, I think we could get a victory pretty quick. The scary thing is they already actually have some towers here of their own. And what I want to do is go ahead and fire flaming ammo with our archers, and I'm going to start hitting their location over here. We don't have a cannon, so we can't just shoot our way in. But maybe there's some way to shoot our way in or burn our way in if all else fails. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, though. And of course, as these guys get closer, I'll send more native mercenaries to assist them. So get these guys to go a bit faster. Alright, these guys are getting up really, really quickly with that ladder. Let's send these native mercenaries... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, these native mercenaries. Beautiful, guys. I think the dismounted conquistadors, they have actually fought these natives before. They've got some pretty heavy armor, so let's hope that they can get this task done. That's a weird little glitch there. Let's hope that as long as the ladder goes up, I don't care about the glitch. There we go.
Raise the ladders.
Nice. Just have one ladder. That's a bit strange.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for valor and force of arms.
Now the tower is also arriving, but I'm wondering if just this tower alone, or this ladder alone, can get our guys in, and I don't necessarily think so. Alright, conquistadors are jumping in, guys. I'm, of course, sending in all the native mercenaries. Question is, can they make it onto these actual walls? I'm not sure. Some pretty heavily armed guys here. It looks like we've got Jaguar warriors, not just enemy archers. Although, it looks like this is approaching the tower, and this should go a lot better. Those are the dismounted conquistadors. And sorry, those are swordsman militia that just arrived. They're not dismounted conquistadors. These guys are dismounted conquistadors. But let's see if they can actually get that thing up. Looks like they're having a little bit of trouble. Come on, get it right there on the edge. Sorry guys if I'm not looking at the chat. I am heavily focused on this battle, but I will take a look after.
And wholehearted, victor by the grace of God, our siege towers are at the walls. Our enemy has nowhere to hide now.
Sending in some more dismounted conquistadors from over here, and basically any mercenaries we can send in. Although I think we want to save most of them for the main breach. We'll still watch this battle as it progresses. Beautiful. Come on, get that tower open. Of course, they got to go up this damn thing. And it's not exactly a short walk up. Let's put it that way. This continues the dynastic claims between Pedro and Hernan Cortez, guys. This is, of course, Pedro's army. He's known as the more chivalrous between the two, so if we know what's good for us, we're going to let these guys live, even though they're probably going to heavily bloody us in this fight. It's the more chivalrous thing to allow these guys to go ahead and survive. And the fact is, I think we're going to overwhelm them. As long as we get all these conquistadors out, just look at that. We're already just dropping the guys in here, and they're already causing mass casualties among the enemy. These are heavily armed fighters. Go for it, boys. Ataka! See how the Battering ram. Okay, the battering ram has been stopped completely. My goodness. That's just the enemy archers, guys. Look what they've done to our native soldiers trying to get that battering ram up to the wall. They completely wasted them. At this point, it looks like we have still some native mercenaries back here. I'll send them in as well via the tower. We'll send these in as well, guys. Overwhelming the enemy is very important here. Just overwhelming them with numbers. Because there are a ton of enemy left. I'll make sure that they specifically target the Jaguar warriors. Get them, boys. Already see a few Jaguar warriors falling. And these are their light infantry, but it's kind of like elite light infantry units. You can see they've got those obsidian blades, essentially wooden sticks with, heavy wooden sticks with some obsidian in the sides, and you can see that that can kill a lot of our men, especially our native warriors there. There we go. One Jaguar warrior got hit, but I think he's going to retaliate and probably kill, killing our native warrior there, and even striking out against the Spanish. As you guys know, obsidian blades could cut through steel. They could definitely cut through, so you weren't safe from getting killed, just like that Spanish soldier wasn't saved, just because you've got armor. Although it certainly increases your chances of survival. Where's the Conquistadores? Let's take a look here. Have I seen the movie Outlaw King? No, I can't say I have. What is that? Oh, nice. Look at that. Immediate stabs. Although they're killing a few of these guys. Look at that, man. These are just stone blades, but I guess if you hit somebody enough times on the helmet with a stone hatchet, they're going down like anybody else. Let's turn our fire and attention at these guys. And I'm going to bring in the rest of the pack. I didn't realize, but we actually have a lot more archers than I thought before. And we certainly need them. Just look at all of the native archers, the enemy native archers over here. We definitely want to go ahead and put the hurt on them. Because while we can't get to them, they're just throwing so much missile damage down on our men. It's not a good situation. I think once we breach the city like this, it's going to be very hard for us to lose. That being said, you never know, right? So we'll immediately start attacking the native warriors over here. We're basically trying to get off the walls and into the actual city itself. We'll do the same with these guys. Just go ahead and move off those walls. It's not good to be here either way because the enemy's hitting us with a lot of missiles. There we go. They're on the move. Beautiful. It's all or nothing at this point, guys. There's definitely no quick way out of the city for any of these guys, so we have to win this battle or we have to suffer a bloody defeat. There's just no in-between. I'll try to get some of these guys over here to flank the enemy units. And they still have a lot of guys over here on top of the tower. It looks like mostly archers. They could absolutely decimate our forces that way too. So I'm really trying to take control of this tower area. Forget the flank charge. Let's just overwhelm them here. Just not enough time. Streaming, call you back. Alright. Go. That's right, man. When Agrippa's streaming, he's got to do a stream. What can I say? I hate getting phone calls when I'm streaming. I always seem to get phone calls when I'm streaming. I'm not the most popular guy in the world, so it's just kind of frustrating.
Give grace to God. We have captured the enemy's walls.
Beautiful. At this point, we can move in with Pedro, but I'm not sure if we should move him in yet. Maybe we should try and eliminate all the threats here. You can see we've already pretty much crushed the units over here. They're not going to stand up to a lot of what we've got to give them, but they could still hold on to the top of that wall, I think, for quite a while. Let's make sure that our guys are actually attacking. I don't know where they're standing in place. Come on, boys. Oh, that's strange. All right, well, I guess that means we have to go straight for the city center. So that's what we'll do, and look at how many units are here. Oh, man. I mean, I expected things to be tough, but that's just absolutely insane.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
These guys are just kind of standing here. Might as well kill them. Last thing we need are enemy reinforcements coming here to save the day. And look at that. We've already got some hornet throwers. Hornet throwers? So I guess these guys maybe throw hornet nests. That would make sense. Let's try and kill them before that occurs. Ataca! Alright, got some more Conquistadores here. We'll send them in as well. But at this point, these guys have fought an extremely bloody battle on the wall. I'm not sure if they've got another fight left in them. Let's hope they do, for our sake and theirs. I almost feel with such a bloody battle that maybe Pedro needs to kill these guys just to show his superiority. I'm sending him into this fight. I know it's dangerous, but we've got to establish total dominance over the enemy. And I think sending in Pedro will give our guys much needed sort of boost in morale. Still some Jaguar warriors here. Wow. I'm actually going to do something that I wouldn't necessarily do. I'm going to charge with our archers because I want to get rid of these Jaguar warriors as quickly as possible. And I think they do have some not obsidian blades, but some wooden axes, things like that. That can still kill the enemy. So as you can see, the enemy is actually going for what looks like a flanking maneuver. And even, look at that, even the wooden axes here, striking those Jaguar warriors, we're managing to get some kills. So I am going to charge with the rest of our archers. Just get a massive flank charge here. Don't let the enemy escape. Because what they're trying to do is escape back to the center, and we can't let that happen. Yeah, I think with this many guys, I think you guys may be right, with this many enemies present in the city, it might be best for us. It would certainly be easier for us to just commit a massacre once Pedro takes it, but that's not going to differentiate him too much from Hernan, because again, Pedro's supposed to be the good guy in our campaign here. Oh, don't tell me we lost the gateway. Come on now. Come on, come on. Forza, beautiful. All right. Oh, damn, gateway keeps closing. All right. The son of the governor has arrived. That is what Pedro is right now. It's technically the heir, but that could change any number of different ways. And beautiful. Yeah, absolutely wiping the enemy out with his arrival. But we still have a huge chunk of the enemy to fight right there in the center. Just look at all of the native warriors that remain. They've got that temple there that they're defending, the temple mount in the center. It's going to be really hard for us to win this one. At this point, I'll take everybody else. I'm bringing them here. I won't attack with them yet, but I'm planning to, of course. I want to see how this first group does.
In our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted,
look at that, guys. We can see the hornets. Yeah, so they're definitely throwing hornets nests. That is insane, but I guess you use whatever works, and that would be a very effective tool to instill total fear in your enemy, and probably, you know, really cause a lot of damage. I think mostly mental damage. Of course, a group of hornets could probably kill you, but I don't think in the midst of battle they're going to do that. But they can certainly make you focus on things besides the enemy ahead of you. Oh, nice. Look at that stab. Beautiful kill. The fight continues, and now, look at that. We've got our entire army arriving. That certainly looks a lot more intimidating than the force we just sent in, so I might send in the rest. Let's just go for the total victory. Alright, this is the time for our mercenaries to show their loyalty to Spain. And get us a great victory. Let's take a look here, see if anybody's arrived. Hey, Lion, how you doing, man? As long as the people who are dying aren't Christian Spaniards, you're good. Oh, a medieval movie on Netflix. I'll take a look about that. A sequel to Braveheart. Interesting. Robert the Brucean himself is kind of an underrated historical figure, so that's something I'd like to take a look at, man. Let's see if we can get Pedro. And we've got another Conquistador unit here, so I'm going to actually grab both of them. I want to see if there's any way around. This is kind of risky, though, because we don't have any other group attacking here. But as long as the enemy, like, responds to our group here, see? Like, if everybody jumps in there, we can get a pretty amazing charge from this particular area. I think I'll go for it. Get them to prepare. Preparan. You can actually see Pedro. I think you guys can make him out. He's kind of the guy at the head there. Get some pretty interesting headgear. And here we go. Now, the enemy would probably be pretty terrified by horses, of course, in this magnitude. So let's just hope that they can make the charge work. Because I think that's going to help tremendously. And obviously, we need our allies to put their own work in here, or else Pedro dies. Because he's pretty surrounded by the enemy. Okay, come on, guys. This is a dicey situation, no pun intended.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
You know, it looks like the Conquistadors, the mounted Conquistadors, are not doing nearly as well as Pedro. But Pedro's bodyguard unit, which are also made up of veteran Conquistadors, they're doing pretty well. They're actually managing to survive.
The enemy force remains.
And kind of ignore most of the damage dealt by the enemy. It's going to be so hard, guys, to spare the enemy in this battle, but it is a rebel force, and, you know, the only way to kind of outperform the enemy and come out of this with a true victory, if we do decide to spare them, is to basically manage this town. And that requires, you know, a lot of things. It requires us to increase and improve the infrastructure. It requires us to, you know, maybe get some more warriors to actually, you know, hold the walls, etc. So this is going to be a lot of work. I'm moving, of course, Pedro back because he's getting hit pretty bad. And the last thing we need is to lose the son of the governor there. So I'm going to try to actually move him all the way back here, while our archers keep picking off the enemy. As for the Conquistadors, unfortunately, I still need them to keep fighting. So they very well might die in this battle. But they're providing, you know, an extra attack to keep the focus away from our mercenaries and additional troops.
The day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Don't even realize how many missiles have been fired during this battle. It's been pretty crazy. You can actually see some of those coming in. One of the Jaguar warriors being hit by our flaming arrows and just going up in cinders. If they can hit their target, it's gonna look pretty good for us. But as you can see, look at that. Those Conquistadores are down to 2. They started with 30, and they are down to 2 men. 1 man. Oh, maybe not. Let's see if he can fight them off. He's got the help of a native warrior here. Nice! Wow! He might actually win this fight.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
And at this point, I might come back with Pedro to get one final charge. You know, often in this game, if you can get some pretty magnificent charges or victories in battle, it's going to give you character bonuses, so I'm going to test this out, see if it works. The enemy seems pretty beaten, but at the same time, we probably need one extra attack to finish them off entirely. I almost think we might not be able to get away with a chivalrous victory here, guys. We might need to kill them. We don't have enough men to hold this town. Not after this bloodbath. What do you guys think? Do we just finish them off? Alright, let's hope Pedro doesn't get killed here. Charge. Let's actually charge the native warriors. Here we go. Caballeria. Beautiful. But just look at the dead. And there's no certainty that Pedro will even make it through this battle, although I think at this point it's more important to win the battle. We've lost so many men. He's not going to be able to escape through the jungles with all these native warriors around. He needs to fight to the end.
Praise the saints! Our men have taken control of the city. My lord. Praise to our lord! Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart.
Okay, Captain Cosijo is dead. Not many enemies left, and it looks like we're going to be taking the victory here. But man, that was a long fight, almost 20 minutes.
To us and delivered us victory. It could easily have been us out there, slain and defeated on the field.
There we go, guys. 743 of our men. We actually lost more men. No, sorry. We lost less men than the enemy, but still. 89 captured. Most of the guys we got were actually just killed. So here we go. We're jumping in. You can't win them all. I didn't know that was a Navajo proper. Pretty funny.
Blessed Lord, we thank you
and now we can convert, exterminate. We're going to convert. We really are going to try to stick to that good guy status. And the trade increase... how does he get cruel and cunning when we just converted these people? We probably should have just killed them off if we were going to get cruel and cunning either way. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this short stream here. I told you guys I would continue this series, and I'm certainly going to. I don't know how long we're going to continue it, but maybe we'll have a set goal in mind, like taking Tenochtitlan, or maybe just taking this entire area, not all of Central America, but a good chunk. But I hope you guys are enjoying. Once again, I want to thank everybody for continuing to watch here. And make sure to let me know what you guys would like to see sort of in the future in the realm of Total War. And if you guys like this sort of live stream approach where I'm essentially doing like a campaign, but I'm live streaming it, I like it. It's a lot easier for me to continue a campaign this way, so I hope you guys enjoy. Hey, Icon! Good to see you, man. Yeah, for any of you guys just arriving, this is only a 30-minute stream, so this should be up in about 5 minutes after I stop it. Make sure to watch it. We just fought an incredible battle against rebels, of all people. We almost lost the Governor Pedro. One thing we did do, though, is we lost like 2/3 of his army. So now we have to decide what we're going to do. How's it going, Nightbot? Thank you again, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here. For any of you guys just arriving, you can watch it in about 5-10 minutes. It will be uploaded to the channel.